us in singing, join us in prayer, join us in touch. touching hearts of people everywhere. Welcome to...
Yes, and welcome everyone to Unity, no matter where you are on our island, on our province, on our world. No matter where you are physically, you are welcome here. No matter where you are on your spiritual journey, you are welcome here. No matter where you have been, this is a place where you are welcome. Unity offers a positive path for relevant living in today's society. So welcome, everyone. I'd like to acknowledge that we are coming to you from the traditional and unceded territory of the Nanaimo people, but those watching on Vancouver Island are on the traditional territories of more than 50 First Nations here on Vancouver Island who have cared for this land for thousands of years. Haichka. So join Ken now in some songs.
It's up to me to give of my heart. Love is my decision. No one else can tell me to start. And once I decide to change my mind, right here and now. Love is my decision. It's up to me to stand on that bridge. Love is my decision. No one else can make me forget. My decision, right here and now. Love is my decision. It's up to me to dance down that road. Love is my decision. No one else can lighten my load. And once I decide to change my mind, God will show me how. Love is my decision. My decision, right here and now. Gonna build a mountain from a little hill. Gonna build a mountain, at least I hope I will. Gonna build a mountain, gonna build it high. Don't know how I'm gonna do it, only know I'm gonna try. Gonna build a daydream from a little hole. Gonna push that daydream up the mountain slow. Gonna build a daydream, gonna see it through. Gonna build a mountain and a daydream, get a woke up through. Gonna build a heaven from a little hell. Gonna build a heaven, and I know darn well, if I build my mountain with a lot of care and take my daydream up the mountain, heaven will be waiting there. Gonna build a heaven. Gonna build a heaven. little hell. Gonna build a heaven, and I know darn well, if I build my mountain with a lot of care, and take my dick to the mountain, heaven will be waiting there.
Thank you, Ken. We all warmed up to that song this morning. You should have been here. At any time, if something moves you or you just think it's a good idea, hit your share or your like button. I've talked to people this week who've told me how much Unity has changed their lives, has transformed their lives. And the reason they came is because somebody invited them. So if Unity has made a difference in your life, please share in whatever way seems appropriate for you. So would you join me now? As we realize in our opening prayer this morning that there is only one presence and one power active in the universe and in my life. That power is present equally everywhere. That power is all wisdom, all love, all knowledge, and it is available right here because it is everywhere. And knowing the truth that this power is creative, when we consciously allow ourselves to align with that power and speak our word into that power automatically sets about creating what we have spoken. And so we're conscious today to speak only words of gratitude, of positivity, of love, of sharing, speaking integrity, knowing that our thoughts are prayers and our words are orders. And so we speak love into our world today, knowing that the universe responds to our word and creates only that. Teach only love, speak only love, be only love. And so it is. For our words of wisdom today, I'm very excited. Brenda showed me a writing that she had done a little earlier and shared that with me, and I immediately said to her, would you come and read that on Sunday? And she said she would. So please, here's Brenda Hannes.
Thank you, Patricia. Good morning.
Morning.
Morning, everyone.
Welcome.
Thank you. So I wrote this because I run my life a 10 out of 10. Every day, all day long, I am a 10 out of 10. And I was starting to question, why is that? My life is like a sandwich. Each slice of bread supporting the purpose of my day's event. My bread is always made with the same 3 ingredients: flour, water, and yeast. Always. If I omit one of those ingredients, my bread is unsuccessful. This is the same with my life. Body, mind, and spirit. If I omit one of these things from my life, I am unsuccessful. Flour is my body. Sometimes my bread is made with whole wheat flour, sometimes white. Sometimes my bread contains wholesome nuts and seeds. I support my body with exercise and nature. At times I enjoy stretching or yoga. Other times I commune with nature, during a walk, or simply just being outside. I love my human body. I feed it nourishing foods. My body delights with the care it is given. Variety is my choice and allows me to fulfill my desire. Choices are delicious. Water is my mind, crisp, pure, clear, and fresh. Fresh water makes the best bread. I surround myself with positive, healthy writings and influences. This nourishes my mind. Positive influences promote expansiveness and enhances clarity. Yeast is my spirit, expanding, growing, progressing. A splash of sugar added to the yeast and fresh water, it breathes life into my bread. My spirit is inspired to reach for a higher level. Yeast understands its relationship with water and that they are both imperative for making good bread. My spirit is nourished and supported by meditation. This practice skill allows playful fulfillment, inspires passion, and expresses love and joy. What shall I place between these splendid, nourishing, fulfilling slices of bread? So many things are welcomed. I enjoy an abundance of choices. I welcome a variety of tastes and textures. Some days, my sandwich might be blessed with sprouts or avocado. Delightful fun. Yet other days, I'm satisfied with a single slice of cheese, mindfully placed between my bread. Simple, yet pleasing. All components are perfect for that day. Yum. But I always add a snitch of mustard to all my sandwiches. My days might be surrounded by many people, interacting and engaging, giving and receiving. Other days, it just might be the dog and me, seemingly dissimilar, yet very much alike. My body, mind, and spirit are the foundation for my success. It matters not the details. I have committed to meticulously tending my bread. Success is inevitable. This is universal law. It just is. Thank you.
Thank you, Brenda. That was super. Brenda is our vice president, so you know there's a great mind on our board. Going on to announcements today, a reminder of our new email addresses, Unity Vancouver Island at I better read it. Unity, www.Unity Vancouver Island is the website. info@unityvancouverisland.com. There's a new one now, minister@unityvancouverisland.com. You can contact me directly if you wish, and donations@unityvancouverisland.com. In these times, so Reverend Vicki has been doing a series of Friday night discussions based on our 7 wondrous words. Those are now complete. So the group has had a little discussion and decided they would rather meet Monday evenings than Friday at 7 o'clock. So just taking a 1-week hiatus, a new series begins on May 31st at 7 o'clock, and the theme will be using our Unity 5 principles, how we can apply them to our life today and make them relative. So please join Reverend Vicki with that. You might want to write down that meeting ID because it never changes. It's the same every week. Get grounded, stay connected. As usual, meditations are available Monday through Saturday at 9 o'clock on Facebook and Sunday mornings at 10 o'clock on Facebook as well. The Path of Conscious Creation is the next spirit group to begin, and that will begin on Thursday next week, June the 3rd at 6:30 to 8 p.m., and you can register directly with me at minister@unityvancouverisland.com. And this is, we will be viewing videos from Reverend Michael Gott, who is minister at Unity of Houston, a huge center, and then we will have discussions based on what we see from his view. And Unity Vancouver Island Annual General Meeting is coming up 2 weeks from today. All members are welcome to that, and a link will be sent out in the newsletter. Connection calling. If you can stay in touch with 3 or 4 people or 5 or 20 or even just one, please join us, because staying in touch with all our members during this time and even after COVID, because things are so different, please contact Victoria Mavis, Margaret in BC, or Diane Jung in Comox. We're starting out this as individual communities, knowing the people that we used to know, come to church, and keeping in touch with them. That may merge into something bigger, but please, it'll only take a call or two a week. Please get in touch with one of those people and see whether that's an opportunity you would like to take advantage of. And after service today, again, fellowship with Pat Clarkson, and those are the meeting IDs, 448-255-8899, and the passcode is 385926. Again, I think that stays the same every week. It does. Please take advantage of these opportunities to get together with other Unity people on the island, to start to really cultivate relationships with people from the other communities, as well as enter into some really deep conversations. It's really worth doing that. So please, get connected, stay connected. And we now have a song which we thought Ken knew, but Ken didn't. He wasn't sure. So we all kind of popped in and sang it with him this morning, so we decided that's what we're going to do. So please join us after which Reverend Vicki will take the platform with her talk on conscious creation. Ooh,
I love it.
things to come.
Things to come indeed.
Well, good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning.
Morning, morning.
This is the last week of our 7-week series based on our 7 wondrous words. And these are the words that we, as an island community, identified as important aspects of spiritual community. These words represent a journey, a process that we've all experienced when we first came to Unity, whether through the written word, online, or in person. It started with a sense of welcome and acceptance. And then we moved along the path as we started connecting with each other and starting to feel the expression of divine love for each other and for the community as a whole. As we built on that strong foundation, we started feeling empowered. Last week, Reverend Patricia spoke about inspire and how that feels, not only to be inspired by someone else, but also to remember that we are an inspiration. Inspiration and creation are inextricably bound. Creation relies on inspiration. And that brings us to today's word, create. So I have a question for you. Do you consider yourself to be a creative person? You've probably been in a class or a workshop when the teacher says, okay, now we're going to do something creative. Well, I've done this, and as I look out into the room, I can see 2 different reactions. Some faces light up and go, oh, yay, this is going to be so much fun. And some people are even sometimes audibly groaning, certainly inside. It's like, oh, no, this is going to be awful. I don't have a creative bone in my body. We may think, yeah, sure, some people are creative, but I was just not born with that gift. I can appreciate the results of the creativity of others in art and music and drama and architecture and technology, but that's just not me. Well, the fact is, we are all creative beings. It's part of our divine nature. It's not something we can put aside, like saying, I'm not really a good driver, so I'll just take the bus. Or I don't really know how to bake, so I'm just going to buy cookies from the bakery. It's not a choice. We are all creating all the time. The universe is creating through you at this very moment. And the scary part is, most of the time, we are unaware we are doing this. We create unconsciously, haphazardly, and then are surprised at the mixed results. Right now, in this moment, and every day, we are living and experiencing our creations. Because we create not only with our hands, we create with our thoughts, our feelings, and our actions. This is our 3rd unity principle. So where do we start? How do we move into creating on purpose, conscious creation? Well, I have 4 steps that I'd like to share. Now, I know in the creation story, Genesis has 7 steps. But I'm going to give you the shortened version. And in Unity, it's okay to do that. We have permission to explore and bring our own thoughts into how we're thinking about things. So the 4 steps are listen, desire, act, let go. So let's start with listen. Just even what does the word listen call to mind? Quiet, receptive, open, still. This is where we can start. We open ourselves. In the creation, we open ourselves completely open to what's possible, to pure potential. In the creation story, God does not say, whoa, it's really dark here. This is a problem. I better create some light. Or, don't have any dry land. Better do something about that. The creation process starts with, let there be, and naming the good we want to see. And listening is a great way to start this. How often do you sit still and quiet your mind? To create room to hear that still small voice.
Create time to be in the silence, to be still. Extend an invitation to the divine to partner with you, to be an active participant in the creative process. Unity minister Robert Brummett says, "The same intelligence that created the universe is at work in you right now." So let's remember that we are part of, we are one with that divine intelligence. When we are in the silence, we listen from this place of pure potential. And often an idea bubbles up. And that leads to a desire. Now, I think the word desire has got a really bad rap. We are told not to desire things, right? That it leads to suffering. Well, what's at work in the fall when you plant daffodil bulbs? A desire to experience beauty in the spring. When a farmer plants tomato seeds, he or she is desiring tomatoes. Where we struggle is when we want to know when the tomatoes are going to appear, how many we're going to get, and how big they are. And then we make plans with what we're going to do with all those tomatoes. And when they do not appear in the shape, in the form, or the numbers that we want, then we are disappointed or unhappy. The desire did not cause those feelings. The desire was an honest one, to grow food, to enjoy beauty in the spring. Everything that comes after that, our attachment to certain results and the outcome, this is the part that causes pain. We can have desires, and at the same time we want to be aware of where does our desire start, where did it come from, and where does it end and our attachment begins. Because these are two separate things. One clue that shows us where we left pure desire is, and stepped into attachment, is to check in with your heart. Keep in touch with how you're feeling. Rarely does pure desire cause us to struggle. Struggling or unhappiness is a clue that we have entered the territory of attachment. So back to the creative process. We get an idea, a desire, and often the first thing we do is make a list of all the things to do. Perhaps we want to build a garden shed. So do we need a permit? How big will it be? What materials are we going to use? How much is it going to cost? Who's going to do the work? So nothing wrong with to-do lists. And anybody who knows me knows that I'm surrounded by to-do lists. But using this approach as the first step in the creative process leaves out the critical piece, which is to consciously bring in the wisdom of divine mind, invite it, give it a voice, and allow spirit to co-create with us. So we've opened up, we have an idea of bringing something good into manifestation, we're in partnership with spirit. What's the next step? Now it's time to get active. Remember, a seed stays a seed until it's planted and nourished. An idea is nothing more than an idea until it is planted in the rich soil of our consciousness. We might ask ourselves, how do we consciously move from the new idea into the next step? The answer is in the song we sang today, Love is My Decision. The directions are right there in 2 lines. Once I decide to change my mind, God will show me how. God by any name, higher power, spirit, loving presence, all that is. Choose one that works for you. So let's look at once I decide to change my mind. No one else can change our minds for us. We may bow to the wishes of others for all kinds of reasons, but deep inside, no one can change our minds. Mark Twain said, "Don't bother me with the truth." Anybody know this one? Don't bother me with the truth, my mind is made up. Once we decide to change our minds. So what causes us to change our minds? Well, if we are awake and open to spiritual practice, that's one of the ways we grow. Circumstances can also act on us to help us change our minds, but instead of living life in a reactive mode, perhaps we might choose a more proactive stance and stand ready to change our minds all the time. In the early 1900s, as Unity was starting to form, people asked Charles Fillmore for a statement of belief, or a creed, or a credo. It's something that they were familiar with. And if you've gone to any of the traditional Christian churches, you know there is usually something in writing that defines what it is. And he resisted this. He actually refused to do this. The 5 principles that we talk about all the time, that are the subject of our discussion group coming up, those were not created by Charles Fillmore. They were created in the 40s by his great-granddaughter. And under the same pressure. Give us something that we believe in. There's a famous Charles Fillmore quote, and this is probably part of the reason why he would refuse to come up with some kind of doctrine. And he said, "I reserve the right to change my mind at any time." So we keep our minds open, and in that openness, we will be shown. God will show us how. Love will show us how. Divine mind will show us how. Not our human understanding, not our human thinking, but divine mind as us. Once we're immersed in that attitude of openness, we will know the hows. We will know what to do, how to proceed. From that place, grounded in infinite spirit, we will know. And the last step, letting go. This is the lesson of the 7th day of creation, the Sabbath. There's a time to be hands-on, and there's a time to let go of our grip. Everything, including divine ideas, germinate and grow in their own time. There are many contributing factors to the growth or success of an idea which are out of our control. If we're talking about a seed that we plant, there's the rain, or lack of. There's the sun. There's the wind. There's insects. What about slugs? None of these things we can control. We let go of how we think it should be, and we rest. Which takes us right back to our first step. In that place of rest and openness, we will again receive the guidance we need to move forward again. Listen, desire, act, let go. Let's be conscious about our creative power. Let's pay attention to what we are bringing into manifestation. Right now, we are creating our future. Let's take care that we follow a spirit-led, spirit-fed creation process. And now, if you would join me in a time of prayer and contemplation. And I'm wondering, Nico, if you would just play a little bit. Thank you. I invite you to take a few deep breaths. If it's comfortable, you can close your eyes or perhaps look at something beautiful. As we bring our attention to our breath, we feel that it is the breath of spirit, the breath of life, divine life. My mind is quiet. I am aware of a radiant peace within me and all around me. As I gently breathe, I bring my awareness to my heart area, and I notice the gentle beat. Without exertion, without struggle, quietly, steadily, a reminder of our precious life, the divine life that lives as us. As I move into this sacred time, I let go of all thoughts of the day. I release any distractions and align my mind with divine mind. I embrace the silence. I am grateful for my oneness in spirit. As spiritual beings, I remember we are all connected. And so I celebrate our oneness and give thanks for the universal bonds of love and peace. In this state of peace, I know I am in tune with divine mind. The way is clear for me to discover the answers I seek. I am open to divine guidance. I am open to divine guidance. Let's hold that intention for a moment. I come out of this time of stillness with gratitude. With peace. In harmony and mindful of my spiritual nature. Centered in love, I affirm oneness with all life. I am one with all life. We release this prayer into the world to do its perfect work. We say thank you, and so it is.
Hallelujah.
Thomas, give me 5 notes. Any 5 notes, you pick them.
G, F, A, C, B flat.
Thank you.
And that is how you do that.
Great
Just like that. Beautiful talk about creativity. Thank you. Followed by creativity.
You wrote it.
Yes, that's true. I will take credit. Thank you.
That's all you. That's all you.
I have no idea if you played those notes, but
I
it
did,
sounded
I did.
fantastic.
That's it.
All between two beautiful slices of bread. Thank you, Brenda. That was awesome. Gratitude today. Yes, Sally, I have a list here. It's amazing what people contribute to Unity of Vancouver Island and the work that they do. So I'm going to read you this amazing list of things. She spends several hours every week here watering and planting, weeding. She's planted baskets for the labyrinth, sunflowers along the back fence, sweet peas along the chain link fence at the driveway, petunias and pansies for color. And this week, she even planted a pumpkin patch so the daycare will have pumpkins for the children this fall. Thank you, Sally. And I was in our new building. I'm going to call it the new building from now on. Even though it's the old building, it's now the new building. It is amazing in there, the work that has been going on. There's just so much love and care demonstrated in this community. And so I invite you now to just take a moment, just take a brief moment right now and close your eyes if you're comfortable doing so, and just think of one or two things in your life that you can be grateful for. And I invite you to put a smile on your face as you think of those things. And embrace them and enjoy them. Thank you. And know that you can do this any time of any day, at any moment. You can take a pause and be grateful for things in your life. It just changes your entire reflection out into the world. And we thank you for your continued financial support. We are so blessed in this community for the giving that is amongst our congregation and amongst our community. So you can continue to support us with donations at unityvancouverisland.com. And of course, you can mail checks to us as well. We will take either here to continue doing the work that we do. And join me now in our prosperity affirmation. Abundance is all around me. I release all thoughts of lack, limitation, and struggle, and open myself to perceive and receive my fair share of all good things. I am worthy of prosperity and know that my having deprives no one. There is more than enough.
The Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I release and I let go. I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I'm only here for God.
Double duty, triple duty.
Hey, we're back. Welcome. Please join me in our vision of Unity Worldwide Ministries, a world powerfully transformed through the growing movement of shared spiritual awakening. And our children's blessing. We see the light of God shining as you. We love and appreciate you just the way you are. And before we take on our prayer for protection, I invite you to join me and dedicate this to the King family, as earlier this week we suddenly lost one of our members, Brent King, who suddenly passed away earlier this week. And we send out our love and condolences to his wife, Linda, his daughters, Tasha and Mariah, and his son, Dustin. And please join me as we invite their love and their warmth into our community now and hold them in prayer as we go through our prayer of protection. The light that is God surrounds me. I am one with the light. The love that is God enfolds me. I am one with the love. The power that is God protects me. I am one with the power. The presence that is God watches over me. I am one with the presence. Wherever I am, God is, and all is well, and so it is. Amen.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be, with love at her center. Family all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous vow to